What if we do it like that?
Just living. Actually, sounds pretty good.
It was good.
Yeah.
Did you record that?
Yeah, it's being recorded right now.
You should keep that. Those were the days.
Stop singing actual stuff.
Good morning.
Good morning. Happy March 5th.
Happy March 5th.
Yeah. How you feeling?
Tired.
Same. This was a dumb idea doing it early.
Yeah. Nice.
So it's just that morning. What does our friend call it? Morning gook.
Morning gunk.
Yeah. Weather change.
Yeah.
That's just the easy blame. You know, I always say that it's just, everybody always says that.
Everybody says that in the
Oh,
state
it's
of
just the
Kentucky.
weather. It's just the weather.
It's just my allergies.
It's just my allergies.
I'm not sick.
I smoke. It's
Oh.
not. It's not. It's a smoker's cough. No, it's not. I don't have the flu. It's just allergies.
I don't have a fever.
I have a fever, 103, but it's just my allergies. Everybody says that.
I have green gunk coming from my nose, and it's just allergies.
My legs don't work right now, but it's just my allergies. That's what everyone says here, and I hate it when they do. Everybody says that.
Sometimes it truly is just allergies.
You and the kids say it all the time. It's just allergies.
But sometimes it's not, and I get that. Sometimes it's not.
Yeah. Good morning.
Good morning.
I just got out of bed.
Happy Wednesday. Happy hump day.
Yep. How'd you sleep?
Not great.
Why?
Because again, I can't take my
your medicines.
normal medicines.
Yeah, because of surgery you're having.
Yeah, and so my whole body is like just jacked, and it's quite annoying. So the Tylenol helped a little bit, but I still just didn't sleep well.
That's great, I think.
Yeah, you did. Woke up to a back rub.
I know, yeah, I did.
So
I woke up
nice.
this morning to get in my back. That's the best.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that was nice. I appreciate that.
Yeah,
Thank
you're
you.
welcome.
Thank you. It's my birthday.
Yeah, it's not, though.
My birthday's tomorrow, so. Yeah, it was lovely. Have any good dreams? Do we hang out?
Actually, I don't remember my dream last night, which is weird for me because I usually can recall exactly what happened in my dreams, but
Mine are weird always.
I don't know.
I tell you about them like they're vivid.
I don't know.
I can't talk about them here because there's preschool kids present.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Nice.
No, my dreams are weird. Yeah. Okay. I'm waking up.
I burned myself in the shower, turned it on too hot.
I heard that.
Yeah.
I heard that.
Yeah.
I went back to sleep, but I still
Yeah, I
heard
got
you
30-degree
yell.
burns on my back. It's great. And then I went outside because the wind, storm, whatever happened last night, blew the chairs all the way to the fence. So I went to pick those up. And in doing that, I hit my ankle. So now I've probably got tetanus.
You're making fun of me.
No.
Tetanus is a real disease that affects up to 3 people a year.
Gotcha. I'm going to say it again. I'm very thankful that there's no practice today for either child.
Because of the rain, yeah.
Which means we can have a normal dinner at a normal time. And do the day normally.
I'm going to try not to cough so much. I'm sorry.
Okay. Hold it.
Yeah, it sucks.
Don't think about it.
It's the TikToks that you send, like the kids send me about the dads waking up in the morning. That's totally me. It's like it's postnasal drip, acid reflux, all the medicines. I feel like an old man. Like I got when I wake up, I don't have the pill collector or the pill. What is it? That thing called? You have it.
The separator?
Yeah.
The daily separator or whatever.
At this point, it's like, all right, I'm taking 4 medicines to do this, and then I have to take another medicine to stop this.
Yeah. So then I ask, are you ready to be 35 tomorrow?
No. I should quit smoking. I should exercise more. I definitely should eat better. These are all things I can control. But then It's just my allergies.
But then
it's just my allergies.
But then Krispy Kremes show up.
I don't like Krispy Kreme that much.
Okay.
I don't like donuts.
Okay.
I don't. I
You
mean, if they're
3.
here, if they're here.
You seem to have eaten 3 with no
I didn't have
problem.
any donut today. I haven't had nothing today.
Well,
but
yeah,
coffee.
now they're gone.
This isn't what I wanted to start my morning
And
with.
then you got a big fat cake tomorrow.
I'm not going to eat any of my cake.
You're not going to eat any of it.
I'll have a bite.
I'll have a slice. A little bigger.
Yeah.
A little bigger.
I'll have a slice. I was always a cookie cake person.
Yeah.
Whole life.
Yeah, I know.
Never liked regular cake. My mother always got me cookie cake. I don't eat chocolate anymore. Since my gallbladder was removed last year, I quit eating chocolate because that was like the night my gallbladder attacked that pushed the stone into my. I remember I ate. I tried Mr. Beast's chocolate, and I put one piece of chocolate in between 2 graham crackers because I was like, "Oh, that sounds good." I love chocolate. Chocolate ice cream was my favorite. Chocolate everything. I ate that, and I fell in the shower. I don't know if that's what really did it.
Right.
But it just like, you know how like if you eat something and you get sick and you throw up, you just don't ever want to eat it again?
Yeah, ravioli. I'll never forget that day.
I can't eat chocolate anymore.
I can't eat ravioli, and that was almost 20 years ago.
Yeah. Cheez-Its Tabasco.
Yeah.
I haven't ate. You remember that? Yeah. That was like 15 years ago. I used to love the Tabasco Cheez-Its. Like the Tabasco hot sauce Cheez-Its. They weren't what made me sick.
Yeah.
But I ate a bunch of those the night. Oh, man, that night was terrible.
Yeah.
I can't eat them anymore.
It smelled awful, too. It wasn't great.
Okay.
Right.
Haven't
It
ate.
wasn't fun to be there.
Haven't ate them since. Haven't ate chocolate anyway, so no cookie cake for me anymore.
No, now he likes his
I do like vanilla.
wedding cake.
Well, when I gave up chocolate. No. When I quit eating chocolate last year, we started just getting vanilla ice cream because I was like, I want something sweet.
Yeah, McDonald's hated you.
I love a vanilla cone from McDonald's, yeah. And so I've just been eating like plain vanilla stuff, like vanilla wafers or, so I have to go back to, you said, what do you want? What kind of cake do you want? Just a vanilla cake. So
Buttercream icing.
yeah, I'll have that.
Which is what you will have, sir.
Cinnamon rolls have been a big problem in my life recently.
Cinnamon rolls or cinnamon sticks?
All above.
Yeah.
Frosting with cinnamon it's just delicious. Not here to talk about my weight and my sweets. My creamer's not that. See, look, that's not that bad. On the podcast, she says I use so much creamer. I don't, and it's sugar free.
Sugar free.
It is.
Air quotes for the people listening.
It's just my allergies.
Mine's just straight syrup.
Yeah, we use the pump.
Yeah.
That's what I meant. Syrup. All right. Let's talk about the news a little bit.
Okay.
I don't
either.
I don't really follow a lot of the news anymore because I don't know what's real and what's not. Mm-hmm. I'll say I used to be a really liberal person. Mm-hmm. And I'm not saying that it's wrong, but like there was a moment or two last year when I was like, why are they lying to me right now? Like, why are you lying right to my face?
Right.
And I did notice that I'm not saying one side or the other side's right, but I noticed, I was like, I'd say this story all the time. I've said it before. I think I said it on the podcast already. On election night, I watched 6 different news stations say 6 different things.
Yeah.
And I was like, everyone's lying to each other?
Yeah.
So I don't know who to believe anymore. I don't know what's true unless I see it in front of my face. I will say, luckily, things that are happening with the president and the government, they're kind of publicizing a lot of it. He's recording a lot of it in front of my face, so I can tell what's going on. The trade wars started basically this morning.
Yeah. Bye, Temu. R.I.P.
It's not just China, and I
didn't know,
focus.
but Temu's the only thing that I like order from a lot.
I didn't focus a lot in high school in Econ and Gov. Mm-hmm. It was a boring class. No offense, Mr. Wright. You're not watching this, but I mean, I got through Econ and Gov.
Mm-hmm.
It sucked.
Mm-hmm.
But we learned about like trade and all that stuff. It was not something a 17-year-old was very interested in at the time.
Mm-hmm.
Now, a 35-year-old that has stocks and things like that, I'm not banking on, oh my God, the Dow. I don't follow like the Dow and the Jones like dropping and all that. But I will say the stock market does dictate how the world is kind of running.
Yeah.
When COVID happened, the stock market crashed.
Mm-hmm.
People bought into it and it grew back and all that. And this inflation and whatever, eggs. You know, everybody's like eggs or gas or, you know, everybody finds something.
Eggs are ridiculous right now, but yes.
Yeah. So I had to look into, you know, I want to know what's going on a little bit because I saw a clip yesterday of the Prime Minister of Canada,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
So Trump put this tariff in,
Right.
established today. They had a month pause. 25% tariff against all Canadian goods.
Yeah.
25% against Mexican goods. And I think it's just 20% with Chinese.
I thought it was 10.
He doubled it to 20, I think.
Okay.
I could be wrong again.
Okay.
I don't know what's true.
Yeah.
I do know that I did see the Prime Minister of Canada come out yesterday and he was like, we're not mad at the American people. We're mad at your government. We want you to know that. We'll continue to keep booing your national anthem. Oh. And I'm like, wow, that's what you want to do. That's something our president would say. You don't want to join him. Yeah. You don't want to, I don't like what he does with people. I didn't like what he did with Zelensky and getting all bullyish. You know, I get it.
I would say they're a bunch of petty betties.
They are. That was petty.
Yeah.
And now, I mean, you think Trump's just going to sit on his hands?
No.
Yeah.
No, I don't know.
He's going to be like, fine. Well, we don't even know your national anthem. Blah,
Right.
blah, 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 blah. So I had to look into it a little more because I was curious. I was like, what exactly does this trade war mean? Like, what is it? How's it going to affect us?
Yeah.
Because it affects them a lot more than it does us.
Yeah.
We have a little bit of leverage there. I didn't know that the car manufacturing, first of all, do you even know why the president's doing it?
Yeah.
Okay, so what do you think?
I assume that I understand.
Yeah.
But it's essentially, it's cheaper to take our businesses
Mm-hmm.
and put them in other countries, right? We don't have to pay those people as much and the parts are cheaper. And then we just report them back to the U.S. for selling. And up until now, they weren't paying the right amount of taxes, which we were losing money because we weren't holding the businesses anymore. We weren't giving the jobs to the American people anymore. And then we were getting charged almost, I would say, double what it's actually worth to be made. I mean, cars right there is like the biggest one.
So when you say cars, this was I looked at the trade route of how pistons in a car are made, for example. I had to go and I wanted to see the exact motive.
Yeah.
Pistons that run in motors. They get the aluminum in Tennessee.
Yeah.
It moves up to Pennsylvania, the Steel City,
Yeah.
and they work on the metal there.
Yeah.
Or Detroit, that's where.
Yeah.
Then it goes to Canada.
Yeah.
And they work on it in Canada for, I forget what parts they do, and then it comes back down to America. That's going to be affected now, heavily. So cars will be affected. I went to look at the source. I was like, let me just go back here. Let me figure this out. Why did Trump decide to do this to Canada specifically?
Right.
And Mexico?
Yeah.
On the White House website, his letter is because he wants to stop illegal immigrants from coming into the country, which we obviously know he said that a bunch. It's to stop fentanyl. It's not that it doesn't have anything to do with goods and costs, but his proposal is that he is saying the Canadian border and the Mexican border are letting in immigrants that are bringing fentanyl and chemicals in with fentanyl that are opioid crazy across our country.
So they're using the car parts to smuggle in?
No.
Oh.
He's saying, I'm putting these tariffs down so you will fucking stop your people from bringing in fentanyl in my country. And Trudeau, the prime minister's like, 1% of our people bring in fentanyl. And he's like, I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
It's me. He's like, you're pointing up, man. It's pointing down. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Then that's literally what it says on the website.
Yeah.
This is nothing about prices are unfair or anything with Canada.
Well,
we don't need to be at war with Canada.
I don't think we need to be.
We don't need to be in a trade war.
Anyone.
We are.
I get that, but what I'm saying is I know that a big part of it is American jobs are no longer.
He says
housed
that's
in
what's going to
America.
happen. Is there's going to be more American jobs, but then the other side says no, we're going into a recession now if this happens. Like we're gonna. I didn't know 40% of our imports came from. We get a lot of imports from Canada. We get a lot of imports from Mexico. We get a lot of imports from China. Mm-hmm. We export a little bit. We import a lot. Mm-hmm. And yeah, his goal is, I don't know.
Well, we export a little bit because the jobs aren't in America.
Yes, we're exporting jobs. That's what he's saying.
Yeah. They're not here. Because it's cheaper.
Yeah, it's one of those things that like you really got to look into it heavily, but he's 25%. It doesn't seem like a lot. It's a lot. Like it's a big number. I was more interested. The president of Mexico, I think she's a lady. She sent 10,000 troops or something to stop like border control for cartel, fentanyl, things like that.
Yeah.
Because that's what the president wants. Our president. The Prime Minister of Canada has came out hot. Like he came out yesterday again. He said we're booing the national. They've taken all bourbon down. Yeah. From their shelves. He's like, we are not drinking your stuff, even though they've already paid for it. It's like they're losing money taking it off their shelves.
Right.
And he said, and we won't be vacationing in Florida. And then the governor of Florida, Ron DeSantis, came out yesterday and said, 3 million of you fuckers come here every year. We don't care. Like, what are we doing? It's like we're fighting with our neighbors.
It's petty Betty. Seriously. It's just a bunch of pettiness.
That's just what's in the news right now. I don't wake up and go, I want to know exactly what's going on. I was just like...
I'll be honest with you, which I know you know, but I...
Stay away from it, mainly. It's easier.
I like seeing about the news...
Sneeze, sorry.
Bless you. Via TikTok, right?
Yeah, but you gotta... Take it with
no, I understand, right? Like, it's going to be biased depending on who's giving me the information. But that girl, the reporter,
I know.
I really like her, and she's been spot on and been clear and transparent about everything that's happening. And then she breaks it down for you and explains it to you. So I really like her videos. But that's typically where I get it from, which is, again, why I think that they're trying to shut down TikTok. Because TikTok is unfiltered. There's no control there.
It's not a news network.
Correct.
Yeah.
And
it's not getting paid by advertisers.
Correct. They want to control what is said and what's not said based off of it.
That could be a conspiracy, but I'm not saying I disagree
get started
with you.
We don't have time for conspiracy theories, but
I'm not saying I disagree, but yeah, I don't even know unless I'm seeing it and now with the advancement in Gen AI, I don't even know what's real there.
Yeah.
I've seen so many videos.
Yeah.
That they've had to come out and say this isn't real. Blah, 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 blah.
Or is it?
Who knows?
I'm just saying.
So I stay away from it most of the time. But, like I said, money talks. That is what I know.
Always.
Money always talks.
Yes.
My stocks are down.
Yeah.
A lot. Not bad. Like I don't live off of my shares. Yeah. And I'm not mad like, oh, this is just, you got to fix this, blah, blah, blah. The stock market fluctuates. I get it. But tariffs happen, stocks drop. New president comes in, stocks go up. New president goes out. It always does this.
Yeah.
When the last recession happened, we were 18. So it affected us. It affected my family, for sure. I saw how it affected my family. But, I don't know what's going to happen. I think that they'll come to a deal. I think that that's what they do. I think that's what he does. And he said that the deal with Zelensky and Ukraine is not off the table either. They're still trying to figure that out because that's a whole nother thing too. I don't know. That's it, really.
I don't know what to say.
Yeah, there's not much to say. Every day this will be happening for the rest of our lives. It's happened all the way up until this point.
Yeah, but it's interesting that you don't think about it.
Every day I don't think about it. Yeah.
No, like when you're young, like when we were younger.
I didn't care.
I didn't know what the hell Clinton was doing. I had no idea what Bush was doing. Couldn't care what they were doing. Well, except for 9/11, but that's just because I lived it.
I was going to say when 9/11 happened.
But like I had no idea. But then I would say since Obama, right? We were older with Obama.
Yeah.
Since Obama, I feel like I've been more invested in, okay, well, what are you doing?
How does it affect me?
Right. And then it like,
Yeah.
you know, helps me with my voting. And, you know, I feel like I'm following along more as you get older, which is, I think that the podcast from this past election, going on the podcast, did really help him get to the younger crowd.
Yes, I agree.
And I just think that more tactics like that would be beneficial. Or even like talking about it like we do with the kids, right? So like sometimes we have conversation around the dinner table about what's happening with the presidential election, and then we talk to the kids about their thoughts and what they think.
Or what they're talking about at school, because they talk about it. Because it's mainly, and again, I'm not saying it's biased to like a liberalism side, but it's mainly like, gender equality, things like that, like very.
I love that I can like see your wheels turning in your head right now.
I mean, I don't want to say the wrong thing. Because I know that
you're trying to say the exact right words.
No, I'm trying to say like that's what the kids in school are. That's their focus is that this is this tyranny is happening on this, where it's as I'm older. Yes. And as I get older, I think about my grandparents. My grandfather voted, and he died, the same year. When you're in an elderly age group, I mean, what are you thinking then when you vote? Is it because I'm already starting to think it's not the short term here,
right?
It's not vote for this guy, get him in. He promised to do this day one. It's what's he gonna do
for 4 years?
Not just 4 years. What's the plan here behind the party? The party has a plan too for a longer term. They're thinking about generations. They're trying to steer a ship a certain way.
Yeah.
Do they have short-term gains, or do they have long-term gains for us? Do they really I don't believe we wasted this whole time being this is not a political podcast. I just wanted to bring up the news.
Yeah.
I'm drooling for some reason.
It's great.
It's just my allergies. Anyway, that was all I was bringing up. I didn't know what else to talk about other than what's been. I watched that stupid we were sitting out here watching The White Lotus last night, and we saw that Congress. Like he had a
live. Yeah,
I was watching some highlights of it.
I did too.
The White Lotus was better.
Yeah.
You know what?
Yeah.
I like
The White Lotus.
Is a show on HBO Max.
No, I just want to say, the episode we ended on last night.
It's a good episode.
I think I'm still in shock.
Yeah.
And I was just like, what?
Max is HBO.
I did not see that coming.
Stupid name. I hate the.
Let me say this again. I didn't see that particular scene coming.
Yeah, that's what makes a show good.
I was like, okay, I can understand.
You can imagine what
the
you're getting ready to see.
innuendos that are happening. Yeah. I didn't realize I was going to physically see it. And
that's
then
why
I
wanted to wait and watch that episode with you. Because I was like, you're going to be like, what?
I mean, I woke up this morning and it's still burned in my brain. What?
Max, HBO's always been one of my favorite platforms.
They do push out really good.
They've been pushing out stuff since the 90s, like The Sopranos, The Wire, and that was
Sex and the City.
And that we'll leave on that. That's a good ender. We'll switch off of the politics and talk about pop culture, because I enjoy pop culture way more. I like the fiction way more than the nonfiction, because sometimes the nonfiction feels like fiction. Do you like The White Lotus, for example, or Severance, or Game of Thrones when it was live? That was we were still streaming, but we were watching it on channel 17 and 18, we were watching it live on HBO.
Yeah.
It would come out week to week. For a while, companies were following suit like Netflix, where Netflix will dump an entire season.
Yeah.
In the day. They're like, it comes out this day, here's 10 episodes.
Yeah.
Now they're doing part 1s and part 2s, which is stupid. Max did do that for a little bit, which when it was HBO Plus or something. Hulu did it as well. They would just dump a season. which was good because you could just like binge through it and like enjoy it. And I enjoy rewatching stuff with you because I know the whole season's out. We can go through a couple episodes a night. Do you prefer the 1 week method that they're now trending back to? Mm-hmm. So I think Netflix might start doing it. Mm-hmm. I don't know why I am drooling.
I don't know either.
I don't know. It's my allergy.
It's chaos watching.
I don't know what's happening.
I can see it. I know.
Do you prefer the week to week method?
Yeah.
You do? Over having all of it at once?
So as
What's happening? My lip.
As someone who, and I'm ashamed to say this.
Yeah.
As someone that has binged seasons in a day.
Yeah.
Like, literally have not left either the bed or the couch.
Sometimes that feels great.
Because I'm just like, oh, well, I can't stop on this episode. And then it goes and goes and goes. I do love it on those days, right? Some days you just are like, I can't be bothered.
Yeah.
However, when it does do the week to week, it does give me something to look forward to. Like, I get excited for that day. Like, I know you're going to hate this, but Scarlett and I have been watching School Spirits.
Yes.
And season 1, we binged. That was a whole day. We did not leave the couch. I mean, we were eating breakfast, lunch, and dinner on the couch, the two of us under one blanket, and we watched the whole first season in a day.
Yeah.
And then now that season 2's come out, because it's on Paramount,
yeah. One of the 50 now streaming platforms.
Yeah. We have to wait until every Thursday for the new episode to come out. It gives me something to look forward to. Like, I know, and Thursday's also Severance Day. So, like, I know, I can't wait for Thursday because I get to watch.
And The Pit. I watched The Pit.
Oh, yeah. I get to watch The Pit, Severance, and School Spirits.
Yeah.
So, I enjoy that more because it's like.
That's the old way. That's what we used
to do. I know, but, like, what I'm saying is like,
TV.
Wouldn't you rather have a piece of cake once a week, instead of be given the whole cake and being like, oh, I'm fatty because I ate the whole cake.
It feels good to get fatty sometimes. I love it. So like Severance, and we don't have long because we said 30 minutes less. Severance came out in 2022, and I was pushed to watch it so much by my friend.
Yeah.
He was like, dude, you're gonna love it. You're gonna love it. And I was like, I'll watch it. I tried, and I didn't watch it. And then Severance season 2 just started this year. It was about 2 or 3 months ago that I was like, I'm just gonna check it out. I got nothing else to watch. So I watched season 1, binged all the way through it, and was like, that was awesome. And then made you watch it a second time. I was like, that was awesome. Then season 2 started like a week later. The people that watched Severance when it came out, they waited 3 years. Like, it was killing them to wait that long. And they were like...
Well, we waited a long time for one of the seasons of Game of Thrones.
I know, but...
Because they had to have it right in the
But I really enjoyed watching that season 1, like... all smashed together in a couple days time twice.
Yeah. So maybe best of both worlds, right?
Yeah.
Season 1, give it to me in a binge. Season 2, I'll be all right with once a week.
So, okay. So, like, that's how we should do shows. Because right now we're binging The White Lotus because it's all out. And we're trying to catch up to the live where it comes out every week.
Yeah.
So, let a season come out before I even start watching it. Then I'll binge it.
Yes.
And I'll see.
And that's how I'll know. If I can binge it, then I'm invested.
Okay.
If I can't get into it, then I don't care.
I mean, I like the week-to-week model because it allows you to contemplate, like, what's happening.
Yeah.
Like, you can talk more about it. Like, oh, did you watch? Like, think about what's going to happen next. But on the other coin, I know exactly why they do it.
Yeah.
To keep you paying month to month.
Right.
Because they're like, oh, you want it to be invested for 12 weeks? That's 3 months for us. Yeah, we're not going to give it to you all and then bounce.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's March 5th. Anything else you'd like to say?
No. Toodaloo.
Toodaloo, motherfucker. All right. Well, sorry that we got all political. Welcome back to our podcast. And we'll see you tomorrow on March 6th.
Almost said it. Not yet.